All right, guys, let's go. We're going to the coffee shop. That's the crew back there following me. They all back there. All these Americans are coming to get some this amazing property. So, guys, follow me today, and you'll see the crew back there. They for real. Except that one right there. That is all good. So, all right, guys. See y'all guys on the inside.
In the recent past, lots of Black Americans have moved from their countries and relocated to South Africa. And we would ask, why would someone leave one of the richest economies and go very, very far away, miles away from their country? And could it be because they want to invest there and do business? Could it be because there is high cost of living in where they come from? Or what could actually be the reason? Or could it be that they actually want to reconnect with something that actually feels like their heritage? Today we're going to look deeper into why Black Americans are choosing to relocate to South Africa. Kindly stay till the end to hear my review or my opinion at the end of the video.
So I left the United States and I moved to South Africa, and this is my penthouse. Let me show y'all. Listen, I had to move because I understood shit was different. I was like, damn, I can't live my whole life in one place. I gotta go see different things. I gotta go learn new different things. A lot of y'all never learned nothing because you never experienced nothing. Go try something new. So I was like, fuck it, let me get a penthouse in South Africa, in Cape Town to be exact. They call this the motherland, man. So I'm gonna show y'all my penthouse. I really did not know South Africa was coming like this. But when I found out, if you knew better, you would do better. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all look like, oh, he moved to South Africa. Let me tell you something. My home is not here on earth. It's in heaven. Understand this. When I say I moved, that means wherever I'm at the time is where I live at. Understand this. Just because that's on your license don't mean you live there. It's a lot of y'all that ain't even cross state lines, bro. Quit being so small-minded. Quit being so boxed in. Get your fucking passport. Y'all fucking money off on designer and buying cars and stupid ass shit like that. But you ain't traveled. Now, this penthouse, as y'all can see, I have a full view. We got ocean right here. Bingo. Balcony. You feel what I'm saying? Balcony go overly crazy. Got the FIFA World Cup where they play FIFA at. One of the biggest, most luxurious golf courses right here. Got the whole fucking city. Got the tabletop mountain right there. I was in Miami. I was just kicking it in Miami because I wanted to leave Atlanta because it was 19 degrees. So I went to Miami. Then I understood. I was like, damn, it's cold in Miami too. So the same day I booked the flight to Cape Town, South Africa, a 16-hour flight without thinking. Guess what? Success loves speed. You don't have to have it all figured out. And one thing I learned about money, I used to think the money would be cool to buy cars and materialistic shit. I thought money was good for that. But once I realized money just allows you to escape situations that you don't want to be in. If I don't want to be cold, I have the money to not be in the cold. It's summertime out here. A lot of people simply can't do this because they don't have the finances. And stop thinking money is not everything because you're risking 12 hours of your day going to work. You're going to work giving this fucking job half of your life, barely making ends meet for money. So don't tell me money is not everything. Now, this is the main bedroom. I would say where the magic happens at, but I'm celibate, I don't have sex. And you got the walk-in shower right here above you. So you got the view of everything. This is what the fuck life is about. Come experience life. Come do different things, bro. Stop boxing yourself in. Get your passport. I'm bored of buying cars and all that goofy ass shit. Understood? I bought a lot of cars and stuff because I thought that's what being rich was. But that's really poor-minded, dumb shit because none of that really matters. Traveling is the one thing that you never can waste money on. As y'all know, I gamble for a living. I sports bet. Understand this, right? I don't care what you got. If you got $5 to your name, comment the word bet, B-E-T on this post, and I'm going to send you out my pick of the day. Understood? Since I've been out here, I made 6 figures and I've been here 24 hours. Comment the word bet. If you got $5 to your name, I'll turn that shit up. I'll turn your $100 to $200. A lot of y'all betting and y'all just giving y'all fucking money away because you don't know what you're doing. With me, you don't got to know nothing at all. Just comment the word bet. If you got $5, I'll turn you up.
People follow me because I moved from the USA to South Africa about 2 years ago. They follow me because I show the glitz and glam of everyday life as an expat living abroad. But the thing that y'all don't know that I seldom talk about is the fact that I left America running. I literally sold everything that I had acquired over my whole life in a span of about 3 months so that I could relocate with my man and my kids to a new country because I was tired. In my 20s, I was tired. I was exhausted of the rat race. race. I was tired of running and trying to figure shit out all the time. I was tired of paying bills that just didn't make sense anymore. I was tired of only working to survive and never seeing any of the money in a meaningful way. I was tired of having to put my mental health on the back burner and not being able to spend all the time that I wanted to with my children. I literally got PTSD for how many times I saw a person that looked like me or my children get unalived by police officers or some other BS in the States. And the truth is, I was scared to become my mom. Me and my mom had kids around the same age in life. She was about 22. I was about 22. She had 2 kids. I had 2 kids. She ended up raising her kids by herself. I ended up in a situation. And I knew how hard my mother worked all of her life to have everything that she had. And I love her and I value her and I appreciate her so much for it. But every single time I talked to her on the phone, I grew more and more resentment for who I was becoming. And it's not because she's not a great person, because she is. She's the best woman. She's the strongest woman. She's the most fearful woman. She's the best woman that you could know. She's a fucking superwoman. But I didn't want to be a superhero. I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be a lady. I wanted to be a flower. I wanted to be well kept. I wanted to be easy going. I wanted to be able to breathe. I wanted to be free of anxiety, free of stress. I wanted to be a woman. And I knew that what America demanded of me was not that version of myself. I knew that I could not show up as who I wanted to be fully and still be compensated fairly enough to be able to continue to live that lifestyle. So I sold everything that I ever had, y'all. I moved here with literally 2 suitcases for each person in my house. And it changed me. No matter how good I make this shit look, y'all, it was hard. It was difficult. I'm talking about panic attacks, sleepless nights, losing weight, gaining weight, working 2 and 3 jobs, robbing Peter to pay Paul just to make sure my kids can go to school. But by the grace of God and the strength that my mama passed down to me, baby, we got it done. And yes, this move was for my house, but it's for my family, it's for my lineage, and I can't wait for them to join us. We moved out here for everybody. For real, for the culture.
Yo. As a Black American living here in South Africa, having a home like this was just a dream in America, coming from me, St. Louis, Illinois. But I was able to retire medically, and now I'm here, what you call living a soft life. You understand? I'm walking through pillars and shit like I'm a Roman emperor. But yeah, for the amount that I'm paying here, it'll cost me like 3 times as much in the States. I get to walk the streets without being harassed in a white neighborhood because my police are black, and they just want a little bit of cold drink money. And I got it.
Oh my God. Look at this. Never.
Why do you need to?
No.
Wait, I'm.
Okay. Hey, this is Africa.
This took my breath away.
Yes. This is what I'm talking about.
Whoa. Wow. Like, my mind is blown.
Because everything that I'd ever seen about Africa suggested nothing like this. It was almost as if the message was to make me to never want to come here.
Exactly. And then you're not here, and then somebody else comes.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
We've been deceived. We've been deceived. Get your passport, get your money in order, and come on this tour. The Real South Africa Tour and Travel. Come on this tour.
I'm trying to tell you.
You will never, ever, ever forgive yourself if you don't do this.
Okay. But this is what he's talking about, guys. I'm just showing you a little bit, but this is what he's talking about, and that's why we put this tour together, so people can have the experience, and you must come yourself.
So we are moving, and Isaac, where are we moving to?
South Africa.
South Africa. We got our visas, and we selected to get our retired visas. Me and my husband are U.S. veterans, and we are a family of 4. We decided to move because we wanted to give our kids a different experience, and we used to live in a different country, and every day was like an adventure. We made the decision back in January. In the course of 7 months, we decided to sell everything and pack up what we could And now we are here settling in South Africa.
Living here is more affordable than living in the United States. And in that we're using the US dollar also, it makes everything more affordable for us to be here. That's why we constantly try to invite US people here to be able to enjoy what the US dollar can get you here, which is so much more on a comparison base. The home that we're living now is less than the house that I've lived in for 30 years that I still had payments to make, you know. So we try to tell people, you know, your dollar will go much further here.
At first, when my son and daughter asked me, I was really petrified of coming over here. I was really scared. I said, oh my gosh, I'm leaving my family. I won't be here. If something happened, I can be there, home, and something still could be happening. So once I got over here, I finally made up my mind, I'm going. You know, when I felt relaxed and not so frightened of leaving my family, once I made my mind, I said, okay, I'm going. So I prepared myself, and here I am.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Gray. I'm a U.S. citizen, currently living here in South Africa. Couldn't ask for anything better.
We both were U.S. vets. I served 24 years, she served 20. Once we retired, we became federal workers. We did also done 20 years of that as well. So I done 44, you done
40.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Barry Gray. I am from the United States. I lived, my last residence was Virginia, last 30 years. Moved here last year about this time. Been here now about a year. Like my wife mentioned before, we've been coming here since 2016.
Hi, this is Barry, and I'm Cynthia Gray. Welcome to our home. Come on in. We've been here about a year now, so we're still putting it together, but it's just about there. This is our grand entrance. We have bought things from around, you know, local vendors. I've turned into a plant lady. I've learned how to grow things now. Everything is coming along. This is the entrance. I know I spoke earlier about new blessings, and this house has certainly become a blessing to us. We had a wonderful home in the States, but God has showed out, and this is what we own now. Just traveling here, year after year we came here, and we like what we seen, we saw, we like what we felt. We liked how we felt being here, so we decided once we retired, after many years of federal service and military service, it was time for us. So we decided to move here.
When it comes to living here, I'm gonna tell you up front, it is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful place to live. Now, I'm gonna say this up front, my experience is colored by the fact that I've been here for 6 months, and you'll talk to different South Africans, and sometimes they're like, why did you move here? What are you trying to leave? And I've seen some South Africans and met some South Africans who are like, I see why you're here. You know, I love it here. People have different opinions. It's the same thing in America. I think that people, you know, embrace their country in different ways based on their own experiences. But for me, it has been a really good experience. And I will say, first of all, because I will say, you know, growing up for me, I grew up between the suburbs of Dallas and the suburbs of DC. And in those places, I grew up in largely minority communities. So some of the very just in your face kind of racism that some folks I know have experienced, I didn't really experience that. I was kind of shielded by it because everyone around me looked just like me. So I just didn't have that experience. But as I got older and started, you know, having more success and being able to live in different neighborhoods that I dreamed about being able to live in, I would definitely say that I started experiencing some of those things that people had told me about over the years that I had seen on TV. And I was like, this does not feel good. And I felt like no matter how much money I made, no matter how successful I became, it never insulated me from that reality that not everybody wanted me to be their neighbor. It just is what it is. And for me, that is not something that I have experienced here.
Around Africa, you know, like particularly Johannesburg, and we're seeing individuals predominantly that look like myself. The majority people look like us. It's a wonderful thing, guys. It's a wonderful feeling. Yes, it is. It is. And then the respect that you get from, from the people in Africa, just the welcome. Like, for example, guys, I told you in my previous videos, we didn't even land yet, just traveling through the airports, okay? And, someone who was from Joburg called me mama. At least 2 or 3 people referred to me as mama in the airports, on the airplane. Mama. Mama is a very endearing term. It's a wonderful term, whether you're a mother or not. When you hear the word mama, it touches your soul. You appreciate that person so much. You just want to hug them and hold on to them.
Giant reason. I can't tell you how my anxiety has increased over the last few years due to the violence in America, and I don't see that changing in the near future. There are groups out here that are trying to make change, but it's just not happening fast enough, and that is just not a priority.
The hair costs like $60, $70, $80 for a haircut, which is outrageous. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. I don't know how much that is in rand. But it was like I was paying like $10, $12, $15 sometimes for a haircut. Not much at all. Like I would literally go get a haircut, get my nails clipped, go get my feet done, all that. You feel me? Now it costs me $60, $70 just to get a trim. Not even to cut the top. Just to get a line, a little shape, tape up, that's it. $60 is crazy. And then you imagine with that price, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my hair washed and stuff. No, I'm just getting the haircut, that's it. He might, you know what I'm saying, line up my facial and stuff like that, but
there's a chance that you could meet someone and they might not actually even be from South Africa, which is just really cool. I really appreciate being able to interact with so many different cultures and different kinds of people. And cost of living is for my Black women out there, which is braiding and getting your hair braided. How much does it cost to get your hair braided? In South Africa, to get like some medium-sized knotless braids, it will cost you maybe like $100 US, and 100 is kind of like on the high side. Like typically you probably wouldn't pay that much, but that just gives you some perspective of like how much it costs to get your hair done. And if you're planning to come here, do not get your hair done beforehand. Wait until you arrive in South Africa to get you. The weather, it's such a beautiful summer. It's not like extremely hot and like humid as you would find in like some other African countries. It's the perfect time of year. It's really one of the like most beautiful times to come and visit and experience South Africa. I personally love it because my birthday is in December, and as a Jersey girl, there was not much going on in December during the winter when you're already wrapping up Christmas and New Year's. But living in South Africa, like my birthday is kind of a big deal. It's like peak summer.
So one of the many reasons as to why Black Americans are choosing to relocate to South Africa is to run away from the cost of living that has really suffocated them in their own countries. And we all know that the US dollar has higher purchasing power than the South African rand. And therefore these Black Americans will move to South Africa with their retirement funds, some with their savings, and then when they come convert the money, it will be like 3 to 4 times higher. And therefore they're able to have financial freedom to live more luxurious lives because their money is much more compared to the one they had while in their country. Also, another reason they are running away from their countries is to escape this systemic racism. And we all know that Black Americans are very big victims of racism and racial profiling, and to some point it becomes suffocating, and African Americans want to escape from this whole thing because in South Africa they know that the people there are also colored, so they're treated equally, and the people there treat them as their own. And now, why South Africa? So first of all, there's the great spirit of Ubuntu. Ubuntu basically means I am because we are, and it is a way of saying that humans are actually interconnected. And the Ubuntu values include reconciliation, sympathy, generosity, compassion, and a lot more. And Black Americans really value this, and they feel like this is what they want to experience in their lives. That's why they choose South Africa. Also, we all know that South Africa has very beautiful tourist attraction sites. It has very beautiful scenery. We know the Table Mountain in Cape Town. We also know about the wildlife. The Kruger National Park is also a very great tourist attraction site. We also know about the beautiful coastlines such as the Cape of Good Hope. Also, South Africa has rich African culture, and we know music genres that are from South Africa, such as Afropop and Amapiano. Also, there are 12 official languages in South Africa. That is also a unifying aspect of the African culture in South Africa. Also, some Black Americans are moving there to invest, and they're investing in businesses such as tourism, restaurant, fashion, and media. And this is because many international companies pass through South Africa while doing their businesses. In short, South Africa is actually the headquarters for many international countries, whereby their goods have to pass there before they get to them. And therefore, it is considered to be the gateway to Africa. And also, I would like to ask you, if given a chance, will you relocate to South Africa based on what you've seen and what you've heard about South Africa? I'd really like to know, and kindly let me know that in the comment section. Also, remember to subscribe, to like, comment, and share. Until the next video, bye-bye.